So, welcome back, guys, to Soulcast episode 13. I'm one of your hosts today, Fucus, Alex, Moz. I'm accompanied here today with Jade
Hoi, Dash, hoi.
and Maxwell.
Hey, I'm Monarch as well. Yeah,
Shit, you're
that's
three
me.
people? Funky as man.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah,
Wild.
Split
Yeah,
personality
yeah.
disorder.
I'm back. Sorry about last week,
No,
but
welcome back. Hey, Moz,
slacking
what
off
were you
on
up to?
us.
What were you up?
what was I up to? Oh, I was recording a English video.
Guys,
I
if we can smash 50 likes on this video, we'll leak the video.
Yeah, if we can
Video.
smash 50 views in this
50,
video.
yeah, you know what? Sure. If we smash 50 likes, we'll leak the video of me
No.
dressing as Alan Moore and Margaret Atwood.
Good.
Okay.
You've
Anyway,
you've
aside
got
from
the-
that, we have some more important news. Finally, the holidays have arrived for us.
Let's go.
Oi,
Let's go. An
hallelujah.
actual holiday, an
Yeah.
actual final holiday that isn't
Actual
on
holidays,
fire. Or...
not. We don't need to go on bloody, what is it called again? Zoom?
Yeah.
No
No.
Zoom allowed.
No fires,
Nothing.
no Zoom.
Oh, jeez, it's good to have a
Oh,
holiday.
yeah, and I'm actually not working full time these holidays either, so yay!
So,
Woohoo.
guys, do we have anything planned over these holidays?
I don't know. Hopefully some more game dev. Get some art stuff for Soulcube done.
grind.
Soulcube. Actually, I was doing that today. I was on Blender working up some 3D stuff for a little artwork that's more
A
generalized.
little artwork that we don't want to reveal what it is, or I might have to
it's-
take initiative in taking down something that shouldn't be up.
Yeah.
If you can work out what that is, good
Yeah.
job to you.
Good job if you can figure that one out. Anyway, so yeah, I was redoing Blender because I've been doing I've been using a lot of Maya for my schoolwork because I'm doing a certificate in creative industries at school. So I do have a student license for Maya, so I've completely forgotten how to use fucking Blender, and it's so cursed to get back into it because all the controls are different. There's so many different features and stuff. So yeah, it's just like a slow, gradual grind to get back into the swing of things. But yeah,
If we
So
can
that was me
smash,
today.
if we can smash 100 likes, we'll leak Max's Maya assignment.
oh fuck, I don't think 100 likes will even cut it. Honestly, it'd have to be a lot more. It's so bad, dude. I fucking hate using Maya. Maya's awful. Just saying. And then I'm gonna get all the pro artists,
Yeah,
try
you've
and
literally just
fight
flamed the
me.
entire artist community. Yeah.
all the AAA Disney artists. Like, what? Maya? You can't say that.
You fucking sound like a cockatoo.
Yeah, that did sound kind of cockatooish. Yeah, no, my voice is dead, dude. I got literally 4 hours sleep last night.
Good. Just
Yeah.
see you looking after yourself. First day in
Oh
Star
yeah, nah, I was just spoiling myself, honestly.
Spoiling yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
Anyway,
fair enough.
what else are you guys planning on doing these holidays?
I'm working full time for the first 3 days of each week. So I've got 6
Alright.
days of work, but then it's 3 days work and then a 4-day long weekend. So that's
Hmm.
going to give me some time to do stuff, and hopefully we can run some game guide stuff in with the local kids. It'll have to be online still, but
Yeah.
if enough
I
people
mean,
are keen, then run stuff. I'm not gonna sit on Zoom for 8 hours and be like, "Yo, kids, this is how you
an
make
8-hour
a game."
Zoom marathon. Yeah, no,
Yeah. No, but
that'd be awful.
We'll still have to sort out a format for that.
Yeah, no, I'm down to do something for that. And yeah, if you're listening locally and don't know, what the game guide is, then hop on our Discord, have a squiz.
Yeah,
We have some information on there about it.
Rad.
Yeah.
Also, the Game Makers Toolkit.
Yeah.
The YouTube channel. Yeah, their game jam is coming up.
Ooh.
Next weekend, I think.
Ooh, that's conveniently timed for us.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we want to enter or do something for it?
I reckon we should. Just
Even if it's something really small.
yeah, exactly. You can
Just
just
do-
make something in a
yeah.
day or two.
Moz, would you want to do that?
Join in.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
May as
right. Okay. Don't
see why not.
100% quote us on this one, but we're planning
Planning on possibly entering.
planning on the possibility of us maybe entering. Cool.
Planning on the possibility of a chance of a possibility of that bit's done. All right.
Yep. Next joke. Next.
next funny coming right up.
Yeah. Moz, do you have anything in particular? Yeah.
No, not really. I have assessments I have to get through.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Aside from assessments,
break.
however, no, not really.
You should start doing some more art again.
Yeah.
Maybe I could. I mean, I have 2 weeks, but yeah, I've got some a little while, a semester ago. So at the beginning of the year, I bought like a course pack for like a psychology personality course pack.
Oh, nice.
It was like a little course, 16 hours, and I think I'll start that Monday.
Oh man, Moz is gonna be psychology.
Man, look at that.
So
You can read my
we'll do
mind
that
when we get
because
back
I
to school.
bought. Nah,
Yeah,
'cause
can
I
you
bought-
can you read our minds after you've done the course? What?
Yeah, I'm gonna become sick and read.
What am I thinking about right
Yeah, what
now?
am I thinking about right now?
Oh boy, this is gonna be absolutely. This is gonna be great.
Man, can't wait. Moving on to next segment, right? I reckon we have a quick chat about Tell Us Tuesday and then maybe some other stuff that's happening in the game development industry.
Whoa.
Someone want to read off what the Tell Us Tuesday was? Let's go.
Okay, sure. So the Tell Us Tuesday for last week. Well, yeah, it was. So, what has been your favorite game from this year, so 2020 so far?
Yeah, because it was the last Tell Us Tuesday of the first half of the year.
So yeah,
Mm.
wow, time flies when
So,
you're trying not to
when you're
die.
in a pandemic.
yeah. So, guys, do we? What kind of games have we been thinking?
Honestly, like when I was thinking about how to respond to it myself, I was like, okay, what games have I played that was released this year? And when I think about it, I've literally played no games that have been released this year.
Well, fake gamer.
Fake gamer. I'm not a real gamer, guys.
Yeah, I really think you should have picked up the Longing Max.
Oh yeah, yeah. I reckon that would be a worthwhile. How much is it now? Is it on sale from like the summer sale, or is it still?
Oh, maybe.
Sitting at
If it's on sale for like, even if it's like 10% off, I reckon it's a steal.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I haven't touched.
yeah. Even if it's full price, it's still a steal. Like I mean, hey, it's like 200 and something days of content, right?
Exactly.
That's
It's literally
that's
like,
pretty good.
It's literally
What's this? Like a 10-hour campaign of
it's like
yeah.
10,000 hours of content.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
That's bang for the buck if I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
No, like the only
Yeah.
actual like title I've played is like Ori and the Will-O-Wisps, right? Which I really enjoyed. That was a really good Metroidvania. It was only like 15 hours long or something, and I grinded it in a weekend.
Nice.
And I got like
yeah, no, it looked good.
yeah, it was actually like super. It got like negative like mixed response on launch because of like I think the main complaints people had were like bugs, but I didn't encounter any like major bugs at all. Like I didn't find a single one. I found like 2 visual bugs in the entire game, but that's it.
Righto.
But no, I really enjoyed it. But other than that, literally like not much else. I mean, I've played Valorant, but that kind of flopped.
I actually haven't played Valorant. I was planning on doing so, but like, I just never got to it. So that didn't happen. But actually, now that I think about it, right, I have played one sort of game. Well, actually, yeah. Well, I guess it is like a proper game. From this year, that was Warzone, because that came out in March. So, despite it piggybacking off of Modern Warfare, which came out last year. And yeah, that's probably the only thing that I can recall that I have played from this year. Yes, which means that now I have an obligation to play more new releases this holidays.
Yeah.
That's my excuse. Let's go.
Moz,
Yes, you do have.
Moz, favorite game?
Well, although I haven't played the game myself, I would have to say The Last of Us 2 is currently taking that position of like my favorite game from the year so far.
Possibly a controversial opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
I
heard some stuff
actually
about that.
like the storyline. I know a lot of people
Ooh, look
don't,
out.
and I mainly attribute that to how the character was initially portrayed like prior to the game even coming out. Like when the game was still in development, like years back when they did like little snippets as they do when games are being developed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the snippets they did was of the main characters. This is a spoilers alert.
Hello, this is Death from the Future. This is just a minor spoiler warning for The Last of Us 2 and a tiny bit of The Last of Us 1. They're probably spoilers you've already heard, so you don't have to skip to the time code in the description, but if you would like to stay clean of any sort of spoilers for these games, there is a time code in the description. This segment does take up quite a bit of time, so I do recommend if you want to hear our thoughts on it. Otherwise, skip to the time code. Alright, let the show continue.
One of the main characters killing Joel, which is the protagonist of part one.
Yeah.
Which is Abby. So everyone kind of knew that Abby was a prick, and that kind of just got exemplified because like at the beginning of the story, you don't know anything about Abby aside from that she's the one who killed the protagonist from the last game. Have to go through the story learning about both of them. And it's like a revenge cycle. They slowly pick each other off until the end.
All right.
And yeah, I reckon it's really good. It kind of takes that idea. It's like if you look at part one and part two, they're kind of both traditional Western stories. Like the first one is like the Western gunslinger who can just go in,
Yeah, the lone wolf.
Yeah.
defeats
Against all
everything.
odds.
Yeah, comes through. And then this one is a revenge cycle. It's like, how they have those stories where the guy, he has to go through
It always, yeah.
just to get revenge for like the person.
Yeah.
And I believe it's a very, very good story. It tells a very human story, although, they do end up killing like 200 plus people and like 50 plus clickers, which doesn't make any sense because nobody could legit do that in 3 days. But, oh well.
Yeah.
Tells a story, yeah, which is a lot more human centered. It doesn't have a ending it's not a big, like happy ending.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of times in which, it's like, I really wanted that to happen or that's really gratifying. The whole story is about revenge. It's about the human condition. It's about, anger, disgust, very human aspects, or the human aspects that we don't really, a lot of games and stuff don't, or, just they don't look at.
Yeah. Well, especially AAA games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because like usually you find like the big AAA companies trying to fall into something that's more safe, and something that's like generally more like to be taken a lot better in the public. And now you get some like unsafe or like interesting design changes or changes in terms of the storyline, like we're talking about, and then you get people shitting on the game or praising it and stuff. And yeah.
And a lot of people think that certain characters deserved better. Like a lot of people, when I've looked at reviews and stuff, a lot of people say, like they believe that Joel, which is the protagonist from the last part one, deserved a better death, or his death, should have been something where he was saving her, or he was saving.
No, that'd be shit.
Or something else. And, it's this idea that he deserves, which I feel like, he doesn't deserve anything. It's a character, and it's a game regardless.
Yeah.
Like, to get Ellie out, he killed, like, 40 people. He doesn't deserve
That's true. I remember
a
at the
good
end.
ending. He doesn't deserve anything. It's like when people say, he deserved, a better thing. It doesn't. I feel like it's rather fitting that he goes out.
Yeah, he's like unironically a fucked up person.
It's like, he doesn't deserve anything, and that's just like, it's exemplified through his, the barbaric end that he comes to. You know, it's
Yeah.
I feel it's very they could have done certain things differently, and they probably could have portrayed or told a different story in a better aspect. Maybe if they didn't like kill off, because for instance, what characters are going to die pretty quickly off, but then you go
Yeah.
back and learn about the characters. You
Yeah,
know,
which isn't very traditional,
already
right?
yeah,
People,
but
yeah,
you already know that they're dead. So there's sometimes like it's hard to connect when you already know that they'll
Yeah.
actually die.
Mm.
So if they like made you understand some of the characters before the deaths, it would probably be better to. It would certainly assist Abby's story.
yeah. See,
But
I literally speed ran The Last of Us one, like no commentary walkthrough. I've watched the whole game, right? And I've watched the first 2 hours of the second game up until Joel's death, right?
yeah,
Um, and I everything with Abby up until that point is pretty lackluster. Like I didn't really give a shit about her character at all, so I can kind of see why people
yeah,
were underwhelmed with the death itself.
yeah.
Um,
They just present characters at the beginning, and then they expect you to empathize with them as you go on.
yeah,
But the issue is, I feel like they forgot, although maybe they didn't, they kept it in, but they didn't realize how having that occur so you know at the beginning. It's like the first 2 hours or 3 hours of the game. Joel is dead,
yeah,
and you don't know, and his masked, well, his killer Abby. You don't know shit about her. You don't know shit about who these people were. You don't know why the Mexican. Don't know if he's Mexican or not. I'm sorry if he isn't. The Mexican guy spits his on his corpse. It's like it's a very brutal and barbaric death that he has, and it paints them as nothing but like horrible people. And a lot of people just don't get out of that mindset because they know Joel. They played a whole game with him beforehand. So seeing him just die in the
Yeah,
hands,
with that connection. Mm.
it's like when we do Jade, when we do extension with vampires. You don't know their backstory or shit.
yeah,
It was hard to resonate with them, so you just see them as the enemy. That's what people did here, and because you don't know a lot of the characters until very later on, and you already know how they die, you just don't. You can't really connect with some of them.
I know, and I think that becomes an issue for some people when they're actually playing the game and they have to play as these, I guess,
Yeah,
more bare
people
bones
hated
characters.
playing Abby, which I thought, and a lot of people think that oh, you're meant, the game makes you empathize, wants you to sympathize and empathize with the characters, especially with Abby and all of them. So like less so Ellie and whatnot. Like you're presented within
Yeah.
situations in which it shows Ellie as a horrible person, where it shows Abby as a good person deliberately to,
Yeah.
to swing your perspective. Although that being said, it's not when people say the game's making you think. The game is making you empathize. A game can't really. It's up to the human to actually empathize with the character. So you know, but
Yeah, well, the game definitely has
is
an
that
agenda.
it
Right?
shows it shows the context. All that
Yeah, like the game can kind of
gives,
supply a perspective, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
but
still
it
up to
provides the
player.
game provides the context for both of them.
Yeah, and I guess with us not actually playing the game and just watching it, I feel like we're a bit more detached from everything happening than those who are
Yeah, like the
actually playing
experience,
it,
yeah.
right? Yeah. I feel like we can like more easily play a more observant role on the everything that's happening.
Well, I mean, all that I've done is watched it, and in essence, I haven't actually played the characters, so I don't. So, don't know how that plays into it. But I guess I've seen it more so as a movie
Yeah.
than like a.
I feel like the biggest thing is just that observant verse, I guess, more attached or involved sort of role within the world or the
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, but I feel like it's a very contemporary text as well. There's a lot of
Yeah.
LGBT, connotations, ideas. All of the main characters are female.
Yeah, no, they
You
were
know,
all talking at the start, like in
very,
like one of
very
the.
divergent, like body types and everything. Yeah, Jade.
Yeah, at the start when they were like all talking about like whatever the fling that they have at the start, with Ellie and whatever the fuck her name is, I don't remember. And they're talking about like all
Oh,
the other like girls that Ellie had been with. Like they talk about it like every fucking woman in the town's a goddamn lesbian. Like you can't. I was like, what? Can they just like pick whatever woman they want, and then that's just, like something
yeah,
they can go with? I was like, it's very normalized, for something
yeah.
that.
And also, if you didn't notice, the guy at the bar. His name is Seth. Maybe you haven't noticed.
Okay, his name's Seth. Cool.
Seth is the like Seth was the ancient Egyptian god who became Satan.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Just a little bit of context there. In the game, like Seth is a very
Yeah, Seth's
has
the bigot. Yeah.
yeah, and he tries to get Dina and Ellie to not kiss in his pub. But I just thought that was interesting because you can see like names and stuff are deliberate within games and whatnot, and it shows that Seth became Satan in ancient Egyptian.
Does
mythology,
it
so
does the that sort of like progressive LGBT stuff play like in like as it goes on, because I only watched like 2 hours so far, play any sort of major role within the story or the characters arcs, or is it just a thing, like this is something that's in
Well,
the.
Just like a
yeah,
novelty.
and no. Here's another thing. Remember when we had a discussion? I know I draw a lot of conversations. The audience has no idea what the clue is fucking happening, but that conversation we had with Matt about how LGBTQIA
Representation.
is always like glorified or made really accentuated.
Yeah,
In The Last of Us, it's not. It really isn't. Like
it's very grounded and real in that
yeah,
way, I guess.
it's an
Yeah.
aspect, but it really isn't. They ground it within the society, but they don't make it a defining feature. If Ellie wasn't, it wouldn't have a aspect. In a sense, they're normalizing the act because they make it just such a minor
Yeah, it's not
impact.
like, oh, look at me, I'm a fucking lesbian. It's just
Yeah,
like this character's
there are
lesbian. Cool.
there are like bits, as in if spoilers again. Like at the end of it, uh Ellie and Dina are together and they live together in a small house like up in, I don't know, Wyoming or where the hell they are.
Okay.
So there is that little bit at the end in which they have a same-sex couple with a child, which is Jesse's child, because Dina's pregnant. Jade.
Okay. All right. Cool.
There is that, but there also is the gender dysphoric kid. I'm not too sure about how that plays into it, which I don't think Jade you've come across
No,
yet.
I haven't. No.
But you've
I
come
haven't
across
watched much gameplay of it either, so I'm kind of
Yeah,
like
sorry,
trying to.
Max
That's
is
right.
kind of
So
in
good.
the
I just kind of like agree to things that I do know about, and then I kind of listen up as the audience.
No, because there's essentially for the bare essence, it's a Scar. Scars are like these religious cult group that live in like I don't know a little island out of Seattle,
Yeah.
and they basically the Scars just as these weird cult guys, but you come across these two apostates, just like ones that have been banished essentially from the island and the Scars because they did something wrong. And it's a kid, Lily, who is actually Lev, or he, so he believed.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So he shaves his hair, which is a traditional male act, and he gets, punished for it, so does his sister. And that kind of plays in it doesn't really I don't really know why they had it as it was the gender dysphoric kid that takes up like 2/3 of Abby's story, because that's essentially what it's about, trying to get him to safety, essentially, where he can be
Yeah.
he is, and that takes up a lot of her story. So I don't know. it's good because at the end of that whole thing, I mean, Lev's put through a ton. I don't really know if it's justified. Like, he fucking loses his sister, he loses his family, he loses his society, and yet, I don't know if it's just, I don't really know if they should be doing that to the poor guy, but it feels a little bit sad for him. But he does play a role in at the end when Abby's
This better not be like a big spoiler, Moz.
oh, at the end, kinda when Abby is out to kill Ellie, and Lev comes in and he's just like, Abby, don't, please. She forgives him and she lets go. So, I don't really. The use of the kid is, like a way in which Abby can view herself and view the good within her as like an embodiment. So when she's in that time where revenge and anger takes over, she can have a physical embodiment of like goodwill and like, breaking of the cycle with her. And that's what stops her from, but that's what breaks the revenge cycle for Abby. It's Lev.
Okay.
And that's because he's like the physical embodiment of that goodness that she has. I would kind of think, at least when you play the game, that's how I kind of visualized it. But I don't really know if it's justified the two-thirds gameplay, which is like just
Building
him
on this arc.
everything. No, it's just him losing everything. It's like, I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
Rad, cool. Moz likes The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think that's fairly justified. I think it's fucking so long, bro. Like, I don't know if I don't know how long it's gonna take me to finish.
I really, really want to watch like one of those walkthrough videos, like with one of those walkthrough series. But man, it's a long game.
It's
so, like, I don't know how
20
long it
hours.
will take me to. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
2 times speed. Let's go.
No, I tend to when I watched part 1. For like the first 2 hours, any like just extended gunfight things, I would just like scrub through because like.
No. Here's the thing: when I watched it at the beginning, probably for the first half of the game, I watched the entire thing.
Yeah, same. And I was like,
Kind of got picky because I'm watching the game. I was watching it for the story, not the gameplay, like not the guns.
Yeah.
So I essentially just like I would just skip, through combat scenes and shit to get to more story-driven parts of the.
I reckon I'll have to do the same thing. Mm.
But yeah,
I feel
I mean,
no shame of spamming the fucking scrub forward key.
no, but it's legit. Like I don't really want to watch 1 hour of just combat. I'd rather watch.
Yeah, and the walkthrough I'm watching, it's like a full stealth thing too. So it's just them sneaking around for like half an hour. It's like fuck. This is the most boring thing.
No,
ever.
the shittest thing is when they sit. They like. There's like an open world because Last of Us 2 also has a lot of open world areas.
Oh yeah.
Spend like 2 hours going through every fucking building.
Yeah.
Find like scissors. I don't give a shit about the scissors. It's one like they like shivs. Like, come on, just who cares?
Yeah.
You don't need to check one house like 5 different times and then just search the block another 3.
Yeah.
Do you think you can get like a video where, because like I've seen with certain games, like especially the Metal Gear Solid games, because they're quite lengthy, especially if you're looking at the entire chronology, you can usually find videos or series where it only where it only includes bits that are essential to the story or only the cutscenes.
Yeah,
I saw this, but I didn't
know
do that, right? Because I feel like a lot of the characters are developed through like idle dialogue.
Yeah, fair. That's true.
During like the walking sequences and stuff.
Yeah, Lev's character is developed through that mainly, and you understand Lev's backstory and the whole Scar's backstory through. There's essentially no real cutscenes that explain it.
Yeah, and there's even like when I played Last of Us 1 towards the end of the game, there was actually a really effective like play on the mechanics. You know how like throughout the entire game you always like hit the triangle to like boost like Ellie up or whatever. You remember how like the end of the game where like Ellie's not feeling epic and then you go to boost her up and like nothing fucking happens because she's like sulking over there. I was like, man, that is actually good because like it's this motor like it's not motor memory, I don't think, but it's this thing that's like
muscle memory type thing.
that's been ingrained throughout the fucking 10 hours of the game, and they actually
Yeah.
use that to convey I guess a story element.
Yeah, that's well done.
Yeah.
Using the mechanics, which I think is what should be utilized more within the games,
Because I don't think the medium of the game is like massively utilized within Last of Us One. Is it much? I don't think it's. I'm pretty sure it's similar in two, right?
Yeah, the gameplay is essentially the same. It's just a bit.
You just like you have the story stuff, and then you go into an area and you shoot all the dudes, and then you get more story stuff and you shoot more dudes. Which is fair enough. Keeps
Nice.
people engaged, but
I mean, but like to watch, it's a bit.
to watch, I just yeah.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, like I totally get. You know, it's meant to be played. It is a video game. So
But we're just looking at the story.
yeah, true.
Okay, rad.
Oh no, good one.
That's Moz's favorite game of of the year. I expected way more like Animal Crossing answers.
Yeah, no, we didn't get a single Animal Crossing answer on the Instagram response list.
I guess that shows.
We got Warzone,
demographic.
I think, twice or 3 times.
Yeah, it shows
So-
who follows us. Right?
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
have any wholesome people.
The hardcore gamers.
Yeah.
Right.
Man.
I mean, we can always go back to Last of Us. Yeah.
we can just keep talking about
Yeah, and I can just, sit back and say yeah every like 15
Oh,
seconds to
man.
stay engaged. No, it's alright. I'm actually, I'm learning, right?
Yeah,
This is like POV the audience type shit.
I mean, I have wasted like 20 hours watching it, so I have a lot to say.
I
about
wasted-
it.
It's not waste. It's not waste. You've filled up an entire Soulcube podcast with it. Rejoice.
Yeah, this is how I justify.
Yeah.
Soulcast is literally how I justify spending my time like playing games. I picked up. You know what I did? I bought games from the summer sale. I'm never gonna.
You know,
play
you just
them.
sent me. You just sent me
You
like a
bought
snipping
games.
tool of like 3 or 4 games you bought, and then I'm like,
What
wow,
happened?
nice.
Why'd you buy?
Because it's the Steam summer sale. I spent $40. Get
Mind
$8
you, they were all
off.
good games, so I'm not even
Were they good
gonna
games?
complain.
Alright, I'll go through. I got Portal 2 and 1, both Portal
Very
games. I got Undertale.
Nice,
I got Katana
Mm.
Zero.
nice,
Yeah.
I got Moonlighter.
nice.
You guys know what Moonlighter is?
No. I
Yeah,
didn't.
I've seen Moonlighter before. I've seen
It's-
screenshots.
It's like
of
a
it.
roguelike
Moon.
pixel
Light.
art.
Okay, Moonlighter.
It's like a shopkeeper roguelike. Like you're the shopkeeper who's sick of selling shit and he wants to be an adventurer.
Okay, interesting.
That's cool art.
It does.
Yes,
Um,
it looks pretty cool.
And then I also got Into the Breach.
Woohoo! Love that game.
Are you gonna play any of your Black Lives Matter and equality?
Exactly. So now I literally have these games and 900 Black Lives Matter games. I'm not gonna play
Oh my
any
God,
of
you're
them.
set for
Yeah,
life.
no, I was gonna buy something on the summer sale. I was like, oh, money. Let's go have a squiz. Everything's on sale, and then I realized that I just bought like literally like 900 games or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it was
But
on
they
like
were
the other
only
day.
$10 worth.
Exactly. So I'm like, well, I am kind of set. So I'm debating what to do. Although, yeah, on the topic of Into the Breach, I have been going back and playing Subset's other notable game, FTL, recently. Because I forgot how good that was.
Yeah, Max
But
refuses.
They make
to,
good roguelikes.
Max refuses to game with us in software class. Instead, he's playing.
Hey,
FTL
I had
by
good
himself.
RNG that day. I had really, really good RNG that day.
I've been playing Crawl lately. Why didn't I say that? I've been
Yeah,
playing heaps
talk
of
about Crawl.
Crawl. Max doesn't want to play Crawl with us.
Has he even played Crawl once?
No, he just wants to play
Max, why
FTL.
not?
I was having a good time. I was watching you guys play, and it looked fun. So
Crawl's
that was-
it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, good job. What are they fucking called? Powder hoof.
Power Hoof.
Power.
Power.
Good job, fellas.
Yeah, pretty good.
nice.
Shout out.
Anyway,
Did you
I'll
see?
never forget them.
Did you see the Risk of Rain 2 announcement?
I heard something about it. I don't know what it was about though.
They're hiring new members, right? They're hiring new
Ooh.
members, and they've like leaked that they're working on a new project. So
Ooh.
I don't know what that means for Risk of Rain 2, right? Is that like after launch? What are they
Oh, wait,
planning to
hang on.
do?
I thought
Risk
they
of Rain Battle Royale.
completed yet.
Huh?
Didn't they say like the game wasn't
Yeah,
completed
it's not.
yet?
Yeah, they haven't finished it yet, right? It's
Yeah.
1.0
So they're
comes
making a
out
new one.
in like August, I think. So they
That's
have
right,
yeah.
yeah.
Hold on, if you go to the website, if you go hopwhogames.com, it's really slow for some reason. I don't know why. Like the pages are like really slow. Okay, where are we? If you go to the Paul Legault, the co-founder's like thing on the team page, he's like, yada yada yada. Currently working on Risk of Rain 2 as well as a few other unannounced projects.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So I think it's cool that they're going to be hiring more, and obviously hopefully they like hire people to like be like the Risk of Rain team, so that can constantly
Join
be
our
moving
team.
along.
We are hiring. Click here. Okay. What's this do?
Okay, we're gonna join the team.
Soulcube. Max dips Soulcube for Hopoo.
Nah, they can just obtain Soulcube as like a child company.
Yeah. They can literally just hand us Risk of Rain 2 and we'll manage it for them while they go work
Oh
on
yeah, easy
whatever.
peasy. We can do everything from that.
What do they need for qualifications? Help ship 2 pixel style games in a lead art role.
Well,
Oh,
what's that? Pools closed and
Oh, what is
one
that?
Yeah,
Is
pool-
that some,
yep,
is that-
easy. Drawing and animating
Sorry,
pixel
sorry,
sprites in a variety of
did
dimensions.
they
from-
did they just say looking for a Maxwell Arch?
Yeah,
looking
sorry, I
for
think
Maxwell.
preferred qualifications. Maxwell Arch?
I think
Apply to the
I-
position. Please send your resume and cover letter to jobs@hopoogames.com with the subject line "Lead Pixel Artist." Ooh, okay.
Oh, jeez. Man.
Seattle, WA, or remote? Well, I live pretty remote. that
Yeah,
works.
I reckon you're pretty remote.
Yeah,
What's this VPN? Yeah, I live in Seattle.
Seattle. That's good.
What are the required qualifications? Outstanding written and verbal communication skills. Max, how are you?
Oh yes,
written
I'm
and
in
verbal
advanced English. I can do that.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, you should have seen his advanced English. It was so
Oh,
good.
it was stunning.
Yeah, 200 likes and then I'll leak my advanced English video.
At least 4 years of experience in sprite art, Max. When did you start?
I don't know. It doesn't really matter how long you are for. Look, I can flex my fucking 8 sprite hours on you. Check it out. 686 hours. That's like about 4 years, right?
Okay,
Yep,
that's
yep,
4
yep.
years. Yeah, that's 4 years.
One shipped pixel style game. Yeah, I'll just send them the link to itch.io. Fucking
Wait.
Soulcube.
They're
Garden of
asking.
Error.
They're asking for pixel art stuff. Does that mean the new game is going to be pixel art again?
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe.
Lead pixel artist. Ooh.
Okay.
It's fit.
All right. I was thinking, Risk of Rain 1 is a 2D, Risk of Rain 2 3D. I was hoping maybe 4D game for Risk of 3, but okay, whatever. Go back to 2D. Fun. This just devolve then.
Yeah.
Fun.
Back to the basics. I don't think they're prepped enough for 4D. Maybe Risk of
Nah,
Rain 4.
we're ready. We're
Risk,
ready.
Risk of Rain 4D. I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Rad. Okay. I hope Risk of Rain, if you're listening to this podcast, Maxwell Arch. Max, what's your email? March. Jeez.
Yeah, my school email. Thanks. Nah, I'm dedicated to Soulcube or like small freelance. Nothing too. Maybe if I don't know. I acquire Soulcube and then we'll talk.
Maybe if you pay the right price, Hopoo.
Yeah.
Has anyone actually had a look at their other game? They have like another game.
I'm gonna look at it right now.
Deadbolt.
Games. Deadbolt. Oh no, yeah, that's on my wish list.
Is it?
Yeah, no, I didn't even realize it was by these dudes.
I didn't even know what it is at all.
Like it has good reviews on Steam, and it came up this is when I was replaying through Hotline Miami like a couple of years ago, and it popped up on like my Steam thing, like similar to Hotline Miami and this other game, and I'm like, okay, cool. And I checked it out, and I'm like, this looks fun. And then it was only like a small amount of money, and I was like, you know what, on sale it'll go to like $5, so I'll chuck this one on the wish list. And I never bought it, but maybe I should.
I have some Ice Age game on my wish list that's on special right now.
Yo,
It's what is it called? Ice Age Scrat's Nutty Adventure.
actually, for the last few minutes of our podcast, should we just do like a little wish list exploration on
Okay.
Steam?
Okay. Scrat's Nutty Adventures at $25 right now, and I don't
Damn,
know.
that's pretty good.
I don't know if it's worth my money. If I buy it, I would have to do Scrat's Nutty Adventure. I have to make it like a weekly stream. Like tune in for Desh's Scrat's Nutty Adventure Ice Age stream.
Fuck, I'd tune in, honestly.
Yeah, I think I would.
No, just go onto Twitch, see if you can get some like bits and stuff to like pay back Scratch Nutty Adventure, so you can not fall into debt. That would be pretty good.
It has 29 positive reviews and 5 negative reviews.
Damn,
So it's like I played the
it's pretty good.
the
to be
original
honest.
Ice Age Scrat game when I was like 8 on the PS2.
Oh damn.
We rented it. Remember how you used to rent games?
Oh shit! Yeah, no way.
We-
I remember that.
We rented the Ice Age Scrat game. So it was
I
Ice
remember
Age 2, and we rented it, and then I don't remember like anything apart from Dad beating all the levels for me.
Yeah, no, I remember like at Video Easy in like Marimbula back in whatever year Video Easy still existed like properly.
Yeah.
I remember like going in there to get like a movie, and there was like a whole game section, and you can get like Xbox games to like rent for like the weekend. It's pretty interesting. I don't know. I don't know how well that went, but whatever. It was a thing back then. Anyway,
Rad.
yeah. What else is on your wish
What
list?
is on my wish list? Hold on, let me back out of Ice Age Scrat's Nutty
Your
Adventure.
top like 5. Or
We've got
whatever.
Hollow Knight Silk Song on there,
Oh yeah, nice.
obviously. Then we've got Unpacking. Do you guys remember that from PAX?
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
I've got that on
I
there.
actually found all my stickers from Unpacking in my drawer the other day.
You can
and I was
slap
like,
them
yeah,
on
this
your
is
laptop,
nice.
bro.
I full should, hey, because they are nice as well. Good pixel.
We
art.
should make some Soulcube stickers. We need to set up like a red bubble thing. Like just slap the Soulcube like designs on there, and then just have everything.
I'd be good as
We
stubbies.
should.
Masks,
Beanies.
coronavirus.
Yeah.
I have Cuphead on there as well.
Oh sweet.
I've got Necro Barista. You remember that from PAX?
Yeah, I remember that from PAX.
I've got that on there as well. And I've got Parkasaurus at the very bottom of the wish list.
Sweet.
Nothing really
Yeah.
exciting. If there's a game I want, I've already got it.
Yeah, I haven't updated my wish list in that long. Like my top 5, right? I have Halo: The Master Chief Collection because I didn't grow up with an Xbox when I was a kid, so I couldn't play Halo. So I do want to kind of go through all like the Halo stuff. So yeah, that's first. Second of all, I have Astroneer, which I've been eyeballing for a little while now. Yeah, it looks fun. I have Hades, which I actually really, really want. I watched the whole no-clip documentary series on the development process of the game. Or actually, I think it's still going, so... I've watched all the current released episodes of that documentary on no-clip, which is like a... If you guys haven't heard of it, it's like a... It's like a documentary channel on YouTube, but for video games and like game companies and shit. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Hades looks fun. The art's very good. The gameplay's very good.
Yeah, I heard about it when it came
It's by the same people who made Bastion.
Yeah. Does it have the same epic soundtrack?
It's by the same dude.
Oh, the same composer?
So, yeah.
Ooh. Darren
Very
Korb.
nice.
What is too?
Next I have this one called World of Horror, which I saw on my recommended like ages ago. Oh, this game came out this year. I should have picked this one up. I could have talked about this one. Anyway, yeah, it's like a 1-bit Lovecraftian type roguelike, turn-based, text-based thing. It's kind of like a cool amalgamation of like a bunch of different things. Yeah, it looks nice. I like the art style. It's very cool. It's all 1-bit and like black and white pixel art. It's pretty cool. Well done. Anyway, so that was number 4, and then number 5 is Ultimate Chicken Horse because that's a fun party game that I've played on my mate's Xbox and stuff. So it'd be good to get it on PC. Oh, that's $9 right now. Holy shit!
Bargain.
That's good.
Steal.
Yeah, bargain.
Literally
It is steal.
steal.
I don't think I've ever seen it that cheap.
World of Horror looks like a really good like color wise, like not,
It is
not
nice
color, like
as-
art wise. So
Yeah, that's like what drew me in, and then I was like I read the synopsis and I'm like, damn, like Lovecraftian and shit. That's pretty cool. You know what? I mean, actually, it's not on sale. Fuck. Are you serious? That's like the only game that I really, really want to get, and it's not on sale right now.
not even on the sale.
What a bruh. Anyway, what about you, Moz? What's your wish list games, if you have any?
No, I actually don't have anything.
You don't have a single game on your wishes.
No, I don't.
If you could have like any,
I never
game-
use it. I
Gamer
never
Moz?
use
If you had like a gaming rig, and you wanted,
Yeah.
and you wanted,
If you didn't,
like,
if
any
you
game.
didn't have your Lenovo laptop, which has to get cooled by an ice pack with a towel wrapped around it for when you play like a median game released like 6 years ago, then what would you want to play?
I want to have Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Actually, I heard that the PC port kind of was a bit of a shit go for that.
Oh well. Don't tell
I mean,
him
that's
that.
just what I heard. I
tell
don't
him
know.
that.
I don't know.
Don't crush his
I
dreams.
thought Rockstar did good PC ports, so I'm a bit. I mean, actually, the GTA 5 port's kind of unstable sometimes. So
Wait, GTA 5 port? I don't really know.
anyway,
I don't really know that many games. Like,
are you saying that you're not a gamer?
I'd
Moz?
actually maybe I'd get like Last of Us 2, like actually be able to
On
get
the
that
PC. Whoa.
Whoa,
Yeah,
emulator.
that would be
Whoa.
pretty cool. But I don't really play that man.
That's alright.
Like on a wish list, I don't really know.
Okay, Moz.
I don't really know that many. I know.
Okay,
guys,
Moz.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
We forgive you.
But you know what you can do, as return in return,
Moz.
Moz.
Moz, you know what you can do in return?
Oh wait, and with that, we've come to an end.
No,
No.
not yet. We have one more thing before the
I
end.
don't know.
It's the weekly thing. Come
Oh.
on, we all
What?
know. You know. what it
Oh,
is.
I do know. Moz's
It's
meme
the
is-
funniest section of the podcast.
Oh my god, let me open it.
Alright, what do you have in store for us today?
Oh
I
shit.
sent you some stuff at like 3 in the morning, so you better.
Okay, let's have a look. From
I think it was shit though, like it wasn't funny. I just thought
Maxwell
it was funny
Arch
'cause I was
at,
overtired.
at 3:08 a.m. Did you really fail the 2014 Abby's commercial Try Not to Laugh compilation? Yes.
Her face just made me laugh. I don't know. It's the
Oh.
it's from the fucking Cat in the Hat. What's her name?
Yeah.
Like Mrs. Kwan or some shit. Cat in the
Yeah.
Hat. Yeah. It was just a picture where it's like the fisheye lens.
Yeah.
It's just it's awful.
So, meme of the week. Honestly, I don't really know what this is about. I don't really
What?
know.
I saw a funny meme format the other day. I was like, man,
Mhm.
why didn't Moz pick this?
I do.
And I can't remember what it was.
I do like the meme format where they'll have something, and you know the classic meme format, which was a black frame around the picture.
Yeah. With
They'll
like
have, they'll have a
title
black
text.
frame around a picture, but then they'll keep on adding them
Yeah.
as like more and more comments come in to a certain thing. And
Mm.
I know that one's pretty good, but you know, I don't really have. I might have to call a friend and ask them what they think.
Phone a friend. Are you
Phone a
serious?
friend.
You can't do this.
No, I have to phone a friend.
If you can
Come
find a friend that you want to bring into the recording right now, go for it.
Yeah,
No, I'm
fine,
gonna-
whatever. Except you'll have to like translate because they won't be set up
Yeah.
for the.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna phone a friend, right? I'm gonna phone a friend, right? Oh no, I don't know it.
What?
Max, what's your phone number?
Don't say his phone number on the fucking podcast.
I thought you had my number. Here, I'll type it to you. Is this gonna be funny? Is this really worth it?
No, it's not. It's not worth it at all. Okay.
Alright.
That concludes this
Moses of the week, spectacular.
There you go,
Moses
that's
meme
my
of the
number.
week. I don't know. I really don't. Okay.
Would you
Oh.
count? Would you count Mon Eyes as a meme?
Mon eyes.
Mon
No, that's just a school emote for our inside joke of class. All right, basically, I don't know if anyone on the Soulcube server would have seen it, but basically in physics we were playing around with like funky lenses to like project images and stuff, and these lenses, right? You held them up to your eyes, and your eyes look really really big, and so like me and some guys in the class just went around just like pretending that we were anime characters. And Jade scored a photo, so that's a Discord emote now.
I didn't take
And
it.
I will for
Who took it? That wasn't me.
I think it was Lockie actually on his phone. I don't know because he emailed me the picture that night. I'm
That's
like,
true.
okay.
It was. Yes, dude.
He fucking emailed it to me. I have no idea. Yeah. I think that. Oh, who's calling me? I wonder who this is. I'll put it on speaker. I'll break the system. Who's this?
Max. What's a funny meme? Max, I need to know.
Funny meme. I don't know. Trying to think back. You know that
Max,
Tokyo
please help.
Ghoul thing where it's like that profile picture where it's like the side profile of like one of the characters and like he looks like super defeated and shit and it's like all like black and white. And it's like the classic, don't talk to me or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw one of those, but like it was overlaid with like the side profile of Trump, and it works so well. I'll see if I can find it again. It was good.
Oh, that's pretty good. Wait, hang on. I'll have to call up another one to see if they like it.
Okay, bye.
No. Oh, he hung up. I was meant to get like 3.
On the same one.
I was meant to get Coleception. Oh, well.
Coleception, that wouldn't have been very funny.
No, it wouldn't.
Maybe it would have been, but not for the viewer having to. enjoy
Anyway, so yeah, that's your meme for the week. Thank you all for joining us today on Soulcast.
Oh, you're welcome.
that. Yeah, thank you for tuning in and putting up with our shit.
Yeah, I don't know how well the last couple minutes of this have been, but I'm sure that you will find some enjoyment out of them somehow.
You better.
Yeah. So, without further ado, hope you guys have a good day, good night, good anything. Later.
Bye.
And from the Soulcast crew, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
What? No, you have to do the
Fuck up! No, everyone who's
Oh,
watched to this
what?
point already knows everything's in the description.
All right. What if they're a new viewer?
A new viewer.
Oh, well, remember last time, like, I did that, and one of you guys were like, oh, if you're watching Soulcast episode 13. Anyway. Okay.
Fine, if you're new, look at the description.
Hey, look
idiot.
at just look at the description.
Look at the description below. We are Soulcube. We make games on the far south coast. I don't actually.
That's enough.
But those two do.
That's brief enough.
Yeah, join our
Bye.
Discord if you want to know our
Bye.
community. Follow us on
Bye.
Twitter, on Instagram, at the links in the description. Thank you, and talk later. Bye
Yeah,
bye.
peace, everyone.
Bye.